Welcome students. Today we are going to discuss about the pricing strategy. You know that normally we are talking about the four P's of the marketing. Four P's are the marketing mix. Four P's is nothing but the product, price, place and the promotion. So you know that once we introduce the product, then definitely we need to fix the price to attract the customers. So to fix the pricing for the product, we need to understand what is the pricing strategies here. So let's start. What do you mean by the pricing strategy? So marketing pricing, that is, pricing is a process of determining the price of the product or services. It consists of various activities of fixing a selling price. Selling price is determined by the considering the various factors like cost of the production, demand, supply, competition, legal compulsion, etc. The most important thing is that the selling price should be changed according to prevailing conditions in the market. So before we fix the price, we need to understand what is the cost of the production and what is the demand in the market and what is the supply of the product and what are the competitions are there and what is the legal compulsions will be there. So these all factors we need to consider before we fix the price for the product. Then, in terms of the marketing mix, some would say the pricing is the least attractive element, but however, the price is versatile element of the mix market. So, some people will say that that is the least attractive, the pricing which is the least attractive of the element because the product is important. Then we are talking about the price. Okay, then if you talk about what do you mean by the price, okay, we need to understand what do you mean by the price first. So price is the almost that is the amount of the money charged for the product or the services. That is, we can say the price. In a other sense, in a broader sense, it is some of the all values that customers give up in order to gain the benefits of having or using the product or services. Whatever they are paying the price, that is a value what we can say or the money we can say. So the customers will understand what is the product and how much benefit is having from that particular product. That is what we can say the price will be there. Okay, then if we talk about there's a factors to consider in the price setting. Okay, as I said, there's a we can say that we need to understand the production, what is the cost of the production and what is the demand and what is the competition. These all things we need to understand here. So here that the price that the company charges falls somewhere between one that is too high and one that is too low to produce a product. You know that in each and every company they are keeping the product, that's a product line we can say. Okay, to fix the price to attract the customers. You know that in the market there are various types of customers will be there. That is maybe a high level customer or the level low level customer or maybe the mid level customer. So we need to understand, maybe sometimes we need to attract the high level customers and sometimes we need to attract the low level customers. So we have to keep the different product lines here and we need to product lines the customers will attract based on the price itself. Okay, so that's the reason we are talking about it is too high and sometimes it is too low to produce a product or to earn the profit. Then the customer's perception of the product value sets the ceiling for the prices. If the customer perceive that the price is greater than the product value, they will not buy the product. Okay, if the customer is perceived that the price is very high, then definitely they are not going to buy the product. So that's the reason we need to understand the customer's needs and the wants. Based on that, we can able to introduce a product and we need to fix the price for that particular product. Okay, the new product pricing strategy. There are various strategies are there before fixing the prices. That is, we are talking about the skimming price, penetration price, product positioning pricing, psychological pricing, geographical pricing, and in the product mix pricing, there is a product line pricing, optional product pricing, captive product pricing, by product pricing, new part pricing, and product bundle pricing. So if you talk about the price adjustment strategy, there are three different ways out there. Okay, price adjustment strategy, that's a price differential strategy and the discount, trade discount, quantity discount, cash discount, off season discount. So this is how we can able to adjust the price based on the different situation. So we are talking about the value based pricing. That is the first one. It is setting of the prices based on the buyer's perception of the value rather than the seller cost. So we need to understand what is the value for that particular product. If you talk about the BMW, you know that price is very high, but you know that value for the product is very high. Normally we can say that people will buy the higher product because of the image. That is what we can say, that is a snob appeal, that is the image of the customers, right? So there are two types of value based pricing is there, that is good value pricing and the value added pricing. So what do you mean by this good value pricing? So that we'll see here. That is what we can talk. It is offering just a right combination of the quality and the good services at the fair prices. That is what we can say the good value pricing. What means whatever we are offering the price for the product, the customers should understand what is the quality and what is the services for that. If they understood and if they are satisfied, then definitely they are going to pay whatever you have charged. That is what we can say the good value. So the customer should understand and they will say that yes, it is worth buying for the product. Then during the past decade, there has been a shift in consumers attitude towards price and the quality, because if there is a lesser price is there, then attitude will be different, and if it is a higher price, then the attitude will be different. Okay, and if you talk about the second point, there's a many companies have noticed these changes and they modified their prices to bring them in line with changing the conditions of the customers. It depends on the customer's condition, we can able to change or we can able to modify our prices through the product. And again, there are two types of good value pricings will be there. Okay, that is a EDLP and as well as there's a high low pricing. So you know that EDLP is nothing but the everyday low pricing. Hope you can understand this everyday low pricing. Normally you can take an example like Big Bazaar. Okay, Big Bazaar, they are adopting this EDLP, that's the everyday low pricing. You know that if you entered into the Big Bazaar, each and every department there is a different pricing strategies will be there. So if you go the yesterday, the different price will be there, and if you go today, maybe the different prices will be there. So that is for the everyday low pricings. For one department they will keep the less price, and one department they will keep the high price. That is what we are talking about, the high low price and as well as the EDLP, that is the everyday low pricing. Okay, this is the good value pricing what we have said. Then if you talk about the value added pricing, you know that value added pricing is nothing but whatever you are paying for the product. Apart from that, if you are getting something through the product, that is what we can say the value added pricing. For example, maybe you are buying the washing machine, you are paying maybe around 15,000 for the LG washing machine. So apart from that, see, you are paying the price and they are selling the product to you. But apart from that, if they are giving you the services like demonstration and maybe how to use it, and maybe if any problems is there, they are coming freely and they are giving the service. That is what we can say the value added pricing here. It is if you talk about the presentation, it is attaching value added features and the services to differentiate the company's offer and to support the charging the higher prices. And to increase their pricing power, many companies adopt value added pricing, that is, the attached value added features and the service to differentiate their offers and thus support the higher prices. So, if you, for example, if you go to the good jewelry outlet, the branded outlet like Malabar and all, okay, if you entered into the jewelry shop, they are giving you the welcome drink or maybe they are giving the various services. So customers don't bother about what is the price for the product, so definitely they are going to buy the higher prices if you give the extra services with the product. This is what we can say the value added pricing. To retain pricing power, a firm must retain or build the value marketing offer. Okay, this is what then cost based pricing. So here cost based pricing, first we need to understand what is the production cost here. So if you understand the what is the production cost, then definitely you can able to fix the price here. So the what it says, the cost based pricing is the setting of the pricing based on the cost of the production, distributing and the selling the product plus a fair rate of return for effort or the risk. So many companies work to lower their cost of the production so that they could sell in a large number and earn more profit with a lesser price. So if the production is more, then definitely the cost of the production will be less. Then definitely they can able to earn the more profit. There are two types of cost, that is the fixed cost and the variable cost. You know that fixed cost are those costs do not vary with the production or sales value, but then the variable cost are those costs that are very directly with the level of the production. So you know that variable cost, if the production is more, then definitely you are going to reduce the cost here. That is what we can say the cost based pricing. And the total cost are sum of the fixed cost, variable cost for any given level of the production. This is all about the cost based pricing will be there. Then if you talk about the costs at a different level of the production, if the production capacity is fixed and the less the cost of the production will be high, as the units produced are only few, the fixed costs are spread over these units, with each unit bearing a large share of the fixed cost. Okay, if the production capacity is large, or if the company builds a larger plant, the number of the units produced will be more. The fixed cost gets spread over all these units, thereby reducing the cost of the production. The long run average cost is low. So normally we can say the unit cost is equal to variable cost plus fixed cost divided by units of the sale. Okay, then this is it is a method of the pricing where we add the standard markup the cost of the product. Then if you talk about the topics, there are, I told you that there are three types. There is a new product, product mix, and the price adjustment. We have seen in the beginning that is a new product, there is a skimming price or the penetration price. You know that skimming price is nothing but entering the market with the higher price to acquire the what you can say, whatever we have invested, that's a we can able to return back, return on investment, what we can say the ROI. That is what you can the skimming price. So skimming price is nothing but entering the market with the higher cost, so where we can able to get the return on the investment. And if you talk about the second point, that's the penetration pricing, entering in the market with the lesser price. This is very much important strategy for the new product. Penetration price is nothing but entering in the market with the lesser price, where the main objective is to acquire the complete market. Similarly, the product mix is that the product line, optional pricing, captive pricing, buy products, bundle pricing will be there. Similarly, for the price adjustment, as we discussed earlier, there's the discounts, allowance, and the segmented pricing, then psychological pricing, reference pricing, promotional pricing, geographical pricing, dynamic pricing, and the international pricing is there. So let's see one by one here. There's a pricing strategy. As we have observed, the pricing changes as the product passes to the life cycle. So we have discussed in the previous presentation, there's a life cycle, there's the introduction, growth, maturity, and the decline. So each and every stage we have to change our pricing strategy here to attract the customers. Initially we can't keep the high price. If your product is low quality, then definitely we need to keep the lesser price to attract the customers. Then if the growth is there, then definitely we can able to increase the price here. And once the maturity stage it reaches, then definitely we need to reduce the price, or maybe we can add up some features, and we can increase the price also. This is how the life cycle will connect to the pricing strategy. Then if you talk about the second point, firms bringing out new product face the challenge of setting the prices for the first time. Firms bringing out the new product face the challenge of setting the price for the first time. That means first time whenever we are fixing the price, we need to, it is very challenging for the new product. So that is we need to take care here. Then the third point, that they need to decide whether to set a very high price or the low price. It depends on the environment, or it depends on the customers of your product. Then it depends on the company strategy as to what it intends achieving a quick return on its investment or a large customer base. Then the company can choose between two broad strategies, that's the skimming and the penetration. So as I said, the market skimming is nothing but it is just setting the high price for the new product, or to skim the maximum revenue. Skimming is a layer of the milk, what we can say. Then layer by layer from the segments willing to pay high price. Here the company makes a favor, but more profitable sales will be there. Why I have taken these two examples, 3D Word are created by the Sony. See, you know that 3D Word nowadays, the 3D, if you are making the 3D, then people are very attracting. So definitely we need to keep the higher price for this particular product to return back the investment. And similarly, for the spice, I have taken the example here. So spice, initially, you know that in the telecom industry, the spice is the first company which introduced the SIM card. And you know that the communication, the spice, initially they have keep the price of 16 rupees per call. Whether you pick the call or whether you drop the call, they have keep the 16 rupees per call to to understand or to gain whatever they have invested. This is the example I have taken. Then if you take about the penetration pricing, it is at setting a low price for the new product in order to attract the large number of buyers and the large market share. As I said, penetration price is entering the market with the lesser price. That is a what you can say FMCG goods. That is a fast moving consumer goods. If you keep the lesser price, then definitely you can able to attract the customer. So that's the reason I have taken the supermarkets or the departmental stores like Walmart. Okay, here the main attraction is main intention is to attract the customers and to acquire the complete market. Okay, that is what the penetration. If you talk about the product mix, as we said, the product line pricing, optional pricing and all. So product line pricing, you know what you mean with the product, the same company with the different products, that is what you can say the product line pricing. Because you know that we have taken an example of Maruti here. Okay, it is a setting the price steps between the various products in a different product line based on the cost difference between the products, customers evaluation of the different features and competitive pricing. So you know that for example product line pricing, you know that product line means the same company with the different products will be there. Why the different products of the same company? Because you need to attract the higher customer, you need to attract the mid level customer, and you need to attract for the low level customer. So if you have a different product lines, then definitely you can keep the different prices for the product. Because customers are buying the product based on the price. You know that each and everyone wants to buy the car, but based on our capacity we are going to buy the car. So if you are what you can say the high level customer, people used to buy Mercedes or BMW. Why? Because they want to show off, and they want to make understand of the society that they are rich. So that's the reason they are buying the BMW or maybe the Mercedes. Okay, that is snob appeal what we can see. And you can able to attack the low level customer also. For example, you can take example of Nano. So they have keep the price for the 1 lakh car, as well as they are keeping the high price for the product also. Then, if you talk about the next point, there's the optional product pricing. So here, optional pricing is that is a, it's the pricing of the optimum or accessory products along with the main product. So you know that for the extra adding features, what we can say here. The other way we can say that's the extra adding features. There's the optional product pricing. See, if I car is a car, okay, maybe you know that we can say the high end car or mid end car or the low end car in the same product. For example, if you can take the example of Maruti. Okay, in any company, you can say any company, each and every product there's a different cars will be there. For example, if you can take there is a Hyundai Creta. There is a high end, low end and the mid end, same Creta only, the product is the same, but different products will be there. Why? Because the options or maybe the features is adding. Without AC or maybe without camera or without navigation, different prices will be there. If you add the navigation and maybe if you add the camera and if you add the AC or everything, then definitely the cost will be changing. So that's the reason if you add up the features, then definitely you can add up the prices for the product. That is what you can the optional pricing. Then if you talk about the captive product pricing, it is setting of the price for the product that must be used along with main product. For example, you know that if you are buying a mobile, then definitely you are going to buy the SIM card. That is how we can able to say. Here I have taken the example of camera. You know that earlier we used to use a camera. Now also we are using the DSLR camera. But earlier, if you use the camera, then definitely you have to buy the roll here. Okay, and now also if you are going to buy a camera, then definitely you are going to use a SD card here. So this is what we can say the captive product pricing. The price for the small component will be very less, but what we are talking about, the captive, that is the product, will be adding here, so the different prices will be there for that particular product. Then if you talk about the byproduct pricing, you know that byproduct pricing, it is setting a price for byproduct in order to make the main product price more competitive. So you know that here I have taken the molasses. Why I have taken the molasses? Because you know that molasses will get from the sugar cane. Okay, in the sugar factory, that's the main product is the sugar, but they are going to sell the byproduct also, that is what you can say the molasses, with the different prices. Then if you talk about the product bundle pricing, this is very much important for the exam point also. So the product bundle pricing, it is a combining the several products and the offering the bundle at the reduced prices. For example, here we have taken the Colgate. I'll give the one more example. You know that Johnson and Johnson, normally people will be buying the product Johnson and Johnson only soap and the powder, but you know that if you go to the market, you will get the Johnson and Johnson pack, which includes the comb, which includes the baby oil, which includes the shampoo, puff, everything. So which the unsold product also you can able to sell in a pack and keep the different price for that. That is what you can say the bundle pricing. Similarly, if you talk about the price adjustment strategies, that the discounts allowed pricing will be there. So here price adjustment, we are talking about the price adjustment, depends on the situation, we can able to adjust our prices. You know that discount and the allowances will be there only on the seasonal vices or occasional vices. Okay, it is a straight reduction in the price on purchase during a stated period of the time. So particular time will be there, for example in a Deepavali time, okay, or maybe in any occasions. Okay, the price will be given in a discount, so they will attract towards the customers. That is what we can say the pulling towards the product, pull strategy. Most companies adjust their prices, base prices, to reward customers for certain responses such as early payment of bills, volume purchase, off seasons, buying, etc. And the allowances are another type of the reduction from the list price. They are basically promotional money paid by manufacturers to retailers for an agreement to feature of the manufactured product in a some way. Then segmented pricing. You know that segmented pricing, that is a different area, we are going to sell a different price for that. It is a selling product or the services at a two or more prices, where the difference in the price is not based on the difference in the cost. So companies often adjust their prices to allow for the differences in customers, products, and the location. Segmented pricing takes various forms like customer segment pricing, product from pricing, location pricing, and the time pricing. So customer segment pricing, you know that in a one city there is a different people will be living in a different area. So the same product, if you are selling into the different market, then you need to keep the different prices. That is what we can say the segmented pricing and the location based pricing. And you know that psychological pricing is customers psychology will be different. Okay, if you keep 1,000 rupees, people will say, "Arey baapre, this is 1,000 rupees, that's a three figures price." And if you keep the price as 999, then people will attracting towards that. So it is a pricing approach that they consider the psychological of the price and not simply the economics. The price is used to say something about the product. Customers usually perceive the quality of the product is linked to high price. It means the higher the price, the higher quality of the product. Higher the price and the higher quality of the product. So if you keep the higher prices, then customers will think, oh, it's very costly. And if you think about the lesser price, then people will say that there is no quality of the product. So it is all depends on the psychology of the customers. Then reference pricing. So here you know that reference pricing, it is another aspect of the psychological pricing. It is a pricing that buyers carry in their minds and refer it when looking at the given product. The reference pricing might be formed by nothing current prices, remembering the past pricing, or accessing the buying situation. So you know that reference, see, people will refer for the company. Okay, you know that Dow is a very rich product, so the different prices will be there. And you know that Nirma, there is a different perception will be there for the product. Based on the reference, the pricing will be fixed here. And you know that promotional pricing, it is a pricing of the product temporarily below the list price and sometimes even below the cost of the production to increase the short-run sales. And in the supermarket, departmental stores resort to such pricing and the price a few products as loss leaders to attract customers to the stores with the hope that they will buy other items at normal markups. Then sellers at time given cash departments if product is bought from the dealers within a specified time or use special event pricing in certain regions to draw more customers. That is what is the promotional pricing. And geographical pricing. You know that different area, different prices will be there. That is what you can say in the world. There is a geographical pricing. So, in the geographical pricing, it is a setting of the pricing that the customer located in different parts of the country or the world. Here, we are talking about this is a for okay dynamic pricing, international pricing, and so what is that? This is this is nothing but the international pricing. So ultimately, what we are talking about, good marketing that makes the company look smart, but the great marketing makes the customers feel smart. Okay, so hope you understood this particular presentation. Thank you.